Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this wonderful day. And we want to say a big thank you to all our listeners across the world. We have listeners from different countries like Germany, Botswana, Ghana, and it's just amazing. Thank you for the support. And today we are having a very interesting conversation as usual. With a very special entrepreneur who is doing something that is changing the narrative of clean cooking gas, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa. Welcome to the show, Paul Kelvin.
Thank you, Mr. K. Thank you for having me. I look forward to this day.
Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. It's very exciting to have you on the show. I remember the first time I actually explored or got to really understand what you were doing. It was just amazing and captivating. And the most interesting one is the reticulated gas system, because I understand what you're trying to do is to make cooking gas affordable to low income earners and to also reduce the impact of people, individual household using expired gas cylinder. So if you can just tell us about what you're doing, the problem you've identified in that space, and how you're trying to solve it with Gasmonkey.
So, thank you for this opportunity to speak about Gasmonkey and clean cooking. Nigerian real estate industry is at the very verge of blooming, as in things are going really well now. We are seeing new developments and things, new gated estates spreading even farther down the every axis of Lagos and every other city in Nigeria. Is such a nice thing, but it's painful that of all of these real estate developments that are coming on, even the 7,000 housing unit by the Lagos state government in an effort to increase housing in Lagos, all of them does not have plan for clean cooking. So is one of these two things. The occupants are expected to come in with their cylinders, whether aspired or not. That means all of these households, all of these estates, all of these apartments are expected to have gas tank, gas cylinder inside them.
And that's the
Each
problem you're trying to solve.
Yes, exactly. So, and then if it is not gas cylinder in one apartment, then so you can be, it can be surprising that some of these occupants and tenants are even still using kerosene stoves. So imagine how it feels when you come into your houses or your apartment that you're giving out for rent, and someone is using kerosene stove, smoking everywhere.
All right. Yes.
Find a solution to it. All of these estates, we do not want this house to have a gas cylinder inside them. Instead, a large estate of about 1,000 homes or 1,000 apartments can have one gas tank buried underground, supplying every kitchen with clean cooking gas. So each of these households will be connected through an IoT powered smart meter. The meter will enable them to purchase clean cooking gas in small unit with as little as 200 naira. So nobody will say, "Oh, I'm not using gas because I cannot buy cylinder," or "Oh, I use gas because it's too expensive. I cannot refill a cylinder."
Hmm. That's a serious issue. Is this just only in Lagos or Nigeria? Because I know part of what you're driving for is fueling a cleaner future. And one of your interesting solution also is that people can use or can buy gas at 200 naira pay as you go model. If you can just tell us about that part of your product. At what point did you realize this is a business you want to go into?
I have lived in other countries other than Nigeria, and most of the countries in Europe where I lived, I do not even know where the gas cylinder is. What I know is that I have frequent flow of gas and I cook and I pay my utilities. But when I came back to Nigeria, I have to buy a cylinder. and it became worse the first year. Then I wasn't using a car, so I we ran out of gas. Each time we run out of gas, it becomes a really big dreaded experience that we have to carry cylinder looking for where to refill it and pay a whole um cost of refilling the big cylinders, even when you do not have money for that. So it becomes imperative that something better has to happen, because if I'm feeling that way, definitely more Nigerians are feeling that way. So it is a problem. That is the point where I realize, oh, I have to do something about it.
That sounds very interesting because most businesses and entrepreneurs start by solving their own personal problem, and they believe if I have this problem, I mean, I think other people should be having this problem as well, and the move to solve it. So, what was the first step for you? Did you have conversation with your neighbors? Or how did you validate it? Because, like I know you said, it was a personal problem. You felt other people were having this problem. Was there any approach that you used to actually validated that problem and you're sure, okay, this is a market we'll be willing to play?
Yes. Before coming back to Nigeria, one of the very bad experience I have growing up as a kid is losing my. We have my mommy has 9 children, but it's only four that is living. The three
Hmm.
that I saw dying, I witnessed their death, die from
Wow.
similar symptoms. All of them die from pneumonia. Yes, that's
Wow.
relatable because growing up, what we use is wood or kerosene. Kerosene was even premium at that time. So when I started this, trying to find out what is this pneumonia about, it becomes that most pneumonia in Nigeria are caused by household air pollution. So it was a pending a problem for me before I came back to Nigeria to have find that it is a big problem. Me finding a way to refill my cylinders. So I started talking to a lot of people, my neighbors, my friends. I opened an Instagram and Facebook account, sharing these ideas, asking people to give their opinion, collecting feedbacks, and we got more than enough feedback. Everybody is experiencing this problem. Most
Hmm.
people in Lagos, most people, it's even worse when you go down to the rural area where there is no access to LPG. Most people heard about it and they know it's better, but they do not know how to go about it. They do not have the money to purchase the equipment. There's no say, refilling plants around. They are afraid of their safety. So at that, I have a validation that yes, this is a market.
Hmm. So, I mean, it must really be an experience for you about your siblings. And I remember you shared sometimes ago during a presentation you had to the Lagos State government about the number of deaths, you know, caused as a result of indoor pollution in Nigeria. I mean, the numbers were very graphic. If you look at the deaths of pneumonia caused by indoor pollution, and this is not just the problem, like you said, even in Lagos, if you go deep to the rural area, you see a lot of people still using dirty cooking gas. And I mean, it's sad. And I'm just happy that you're really playing in this space and you're solving that problem. And I would also like to talk about the pay as you go model. All right, because in the rural area, the cost of conversion is expensive. Okay, I have to buy the cylinder, I have to buy the cooker, I have to buy the pipe, and so many other things. What is Gas Monkey doing? How are you trying to make it easier for low income earners to start using clean cooking gas in their homes, which will ultimately reduce indoor pollution?
Talking about clean cooking, and then talking about the rural areas, this is where you get really excited. And if you see where if you see me now, I'm just overjoyed because coming from such a background, very rural area, and having the experiences I have as a child, I know that this is where the bigger problem is. Most of them sadly does not even know why they are suffering, why they are having eye problem, why they are having different of these health challenges that is caused by household air pollution. So if we talk about solving the problem, it has to start at these people at the bottom of the income pyramid in the rural areas. So what we are doing for these people, we have two solutions we are testing. One of them is building a solution that will help them to use clean cooking without even feeling the cost. They're already buying firewood or they're already buying kerosene. So our one of our system is similar to the cost of buying this kerosene and wood. One is cylinder exchange. We have the range of 3 kg to 6 kg cylinders that we provide to these people in the rural areas. It is our equipment, and we have some technology attached to it to manage our equipments, both the location, both the customers' usage. So we don't lose our equipment while trying to help. So we can also expand the solution to further places. So the cost of buying a kerosene stove is about 6 to 8 thousand today. But the cost of starting off with Gasmonkey is just about 3,000 subscription fee. So with this 3,000, they get a cylinder filled up, and the because we choose 3 kg to 6 kg because refilling 3 kg is just about 1,000 naira and 6 kg about 2,000. So based on what the user can pay, what suits them better, they can choose between the 3 kg and they get the cylinder. When they run out of gas in it, they can bring the cylinder back to the exchange station in their community and then take a refilled one back home and use it. Then alternatively for a metered solution is a smart meter is attached to these cylinders. And when they take the cylinder, they do not pay anything, but they buy unit from the meter. If the unit they buy from the meter exhaust, then the flow of gas lock until they buy another unit from the meter. So that is how we are extending our solution to the rural areas.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that's interesting because I can just imagine how that impact uh, will be felt because this is giving people a better way to live. I mean, we can only imagine uh, the luxury we have. I mean, if you live in the city, I mean, and the life people live, live in the
Yes.
villages. I mean, it's too extreme, and it's exciting that you're really trying to solve that problem in that space. So let's just talk a bit about your educational background. You know, I mean, have you always been interested in building businesses? Have you worked with other people? What has been your experience? And why did you feel you just wanted to build solutions to people's problem or to your own problem?
Well, that is another interesting question because all my life, because of the way the secular work is scheduled, I believe it's not made for me. So I found my first that was around 2008. So it was a creative hub for people in the tech space. Well, right now that is how to define it. But then it was you can understand if you think back at 2008 how popular computer is. So it is a
Mm.
computer house then. So
Like a cyber
people
cafe.
yeah, similar to Cyber Cafe, but we do a whole bunch of things,
Okay.
graphics, some coding, some computer hardware and software maintenance, and we even assemble computers, desktop computers, and resell. So those from then I have always been working, founding businesses, both in the tech and non-tech, because I have always been built to find solution to problems. My creativities and the versatility of my talent, I want to use it in this way. I said that the workspace is not meant for me because I want to live. I want to be free. I want to do things I want to do. I want to solve problems. I do not want to be constrained to a particular um, type of duty. Come to work, sign this, and then go into your office. Do this today. Do it next week. Do it next month. Do it the same thing next year. I'm not structured that way. I want a more challenging opportunities where that will help me to explore my innovativity and my creative skills. So that is what it has been for me.
All right. So, I mean, can you just tell us about your other ventures, something you've done before that you probably failed doing, or something that didn't work out as planned? Just one of those striking experiences you can really, you know, lay hold of right now.
Okay, the creative hub failed after a few years. Um,
And
the
why did that happen? What do you think led to it?
it is we it is a process of learning. We are
Mm,
learning, and we didn't. I can say I was the founder. I didn't have enough experience, and I did not have enough money to keep running it. Because what drained it is because I made it free for everybody. Just come and socialize, and then so lack of organization management and lack of process, as in I believe is one of the biggest reason it failed, because at some point people come and then they go out there, they start stealing the job that we are doing to make money, and they are not bringing the money back to the office because after all they are not hired, they
mm,
are just there learning skills. So we are working with Shell in Anambra State as their
okay.
computer engineering and maintenance and then at one point, we are not working with Shell again. It becomes that some group of guys from the hub has gone to steal the job, servicing the computers and running everything we are doing. So without money, it's impossible to run the business. And then it was not supposed to be a one shot get it all. So we have to keep moving, keep learning, and keep improving.
Yeah, I mean that's very interesting. In terms of like people trying to learn from experience, trying to get your organization right properly, trying to build the right team. And I think those are very key elements for founders and entrepreneurs, not just in Nigeria but across the world. I also know you have an MBA, if I'm right. Uh, so how can you relate that experience? How has that helped you in running your businesses right now?
Oh, yes, I have an MBA in business management, and that is a great thing. When I was going through my MBA, I was only doing it because someday someone is going, what educational qualification do you have? So I have to just get it. But when I saw in my experiences,
Mm,
um, formal business managerial skills that I lack. So it was an eye opener for me. I learned a lot, and I know even without experience in working with other organizations like many of the founders has, these experiences I gain in my area of study has helped me a lot to know how to run some basic business process, how to you know even conduct myself, how to carry myself along. So it is a blessing.
that's interesting and that's exciting to know in terms of you know understanding that even as entrepreneurs, you have to keep learning. I mean, formal education is not a waste. People going to business schools, I mean, it doesn't really mean they can't be entrepreneurs. And as an entrepreneur, going to business schools doesn't really mean you can't learn from them. And so I want to know, can you tell us about funding, of your businesses over the years? How have you been able to successfully raise funds for your business? Has it been basically friends and family? What has the journey been like for you starting out new projects?
Until now, it has been self savings and families and friends. And I think that is one thing that has to change. It has to build a solution that we scale to solve millions problems for millions of people. Of course, money is very much involved. It has been personal savings, and there are lots of things I know how to do to get money from. Some of them most of them in my village. So I can go back. I'm not afraid of going. I was born and raised in the village, so I can go there and get some things done and raise some money to get some things done in the city. That is how I've been pushing. um Even my MBA is somehow to say that I was already married before I went to university. So funding part it has been just a big struggle. But right now, Gas Monkey is just very keen, very open to funding opportunities because this is a bigger problem. This is a bigger business opportunity, and this is a bigger money.
Yeah, and in terms of partnerships as well, maybe we talk a bit about Gas Monkey right now, and in relation to other businesses you've done. What has the process been like for you in terms of maybe uh, getting partners on board? Trying to reach out to people that you think you can leverage on maybe their resources to just move your business to the next level. What has that been like for you?
Yeah, in what Gas Monkey is doing, partnership is very important because the business is very capital intensive. Purchasing cylinders, gas tanks, these are very expensive equipment. The production of our IoT powered meters, Internet of Things powered meters, are also very expensive. So in this area, we can't do it alone without partners. So we have partners backing us up in the production, and we are hoping that to scale the business, these partners has to play a vital role in it. Then talking about the financial aspect, as in the consumer aspect, we are very much moving towards partnership with real estate developers and property managers, so that this when a house is being built, it has to become the custom to include gas, as you are including electricity and water in the utility of the new structures. There has to be plan for cooking gas too, because gas can power a whole lot of other equipments or other things, and you know make environment cleaner. If we reduce the number of kilowatts that is used by water heater in the house, the power is probably being generated by a carbon emitting power generating source, not and when you convert that to gas, that is saving the world, that is saving us from the climate changes, that is saving the environment and going greener. So we are open to this partnership, and we are working on a whole lot of them too.
All right, all right. So, what do you think you can say? I mean, in terms of what do you think new policies government can adopt? Do you think government needs to? Are there new policies? Do you think things has to change in terms of policies? And then I would now like you to talk more about your plans for the future. But most importantly, you mentioned something very interesting about the fact that we build houses in Nigeria, for example, but we plan for water, we plan for electricity, but we don't plan for a clean cooking gas that can serve the apartment effectively, which is critical. Is there any way you think government policies can influence this?
Yes, recently the current administration is doing one thing that I am very, very proud of and very much commending them about. That is the project that is headed by the vice president, the LPG expansion scheme. they plan on maybe giving out cylinders to consumers. And there are funds map out for institutions and companies that are doing some businesses in the field of LP, liquefied petroleum gas, which is what we are doing now. So I do not understand how the government plan to give out these cylinders to individuals when there is no plan for maintenance of these cylinders. So it means that after 5 years, which is the lifetime of a cylinder, before it either gets discontinued or requalified, it means that after that 5 years, these users are expected to continue using the gas to the cylinders too. This is what how we ended up with um, so many expired cylinder. The same organization in their statement about last year say that 90% of LPG cylinders in Nigeria is already expired,
Wow,
and they are
that's a
planning
lot
to
of
give out
number.
and they are planning to give out the cylinders too that are is going to be expired in the next 5 years. So I do not think that that is a nice move. Instead, they should sponsor more private sectors, more businesses that are doing things in the LPG sectors. The way I see it in many countries is and tanks are owned by the businesses so that they can be held accountable if it is expired. Because it's owned by these companies, they will put in place a measure to make sure that it's always safe. When it's expired, it get requalified through the standard process of requalifying a cylinder. And when it is not requalifiable, then it get recycled. So I'm hoping that the government will look more into this, build a policy that supports the businesses more to be the owners of these cylinders. Some of the distributors already have the cylinders, but they are selling it too. So it end up being the customer's property. And when it expires, you can't tell them to, it's hard to convince them that, throw it away. They only think about it when there is fire outbreak because the cylinder
Wow,
was expired and was leaking. And everybody will remember, oh, did it expire too? Many people does not know that. So you can imagine.
that's a whole lot of issues. I mean, the fact that we have over 90% of cylinders that are expired in Nigeria is scary. I mean, that's scary.
Yes, that's very, very scary. I'm telling you, and that is why we are having frequent news that of gas explosion here and there. It's not supposed to be that way.
So, what are your plans for the future? Where do you see uh, Gas Monkey in the next 10 years, 5 years? How do you think you must have transformed uh, the the clean cooking gas, industry in Nigeria or even across Africa?
A beautiful question. Right now, I'm looking at that 10 years, and what I'm seeing in the future, I'm looking at the future. I'm looking at 10 years from now. What I'm seeing is a grandmother, uneducated grandmother in a village that is holding a gas tank, a gas monkey cylinder, be it 3 kg or 6 kg, and heading to an exchange station next to her, dropping this cylinder and taking another filled cylinder. Instead of going inside the bush to fetch firewood, cutting down the trees, causing deforestation, they are doing this, and cylinder is in circulation. It is available in every rural community, in every village in Nigeria, and people have access to it without stretching their finances, without worrying about their food, about their safety. And then I'm seeing gas monkey truck going to the villages, picking up these cylinders to our station nearby, where it will be tested, maintained, and refilled, and taken back again. I'm seeing this circulation, and I'm seeing more people using clean cooking gas instead of biomass I'm polluting open fire, and I'm seeing improved health. I'm seeing lesser eye problems when people are aging because of their choices of cooking fuel. I'm seeing less pneumonia because the homes are cleaner now. I'm seeing cleaner environment because there is no smoked dirty pots.
Wow, that's a beautiful picture, and I believe Curious K will still be around that time, and we'll have this conversation again. And it's really going to be exciting the impact we would have made, with Gas Monkey, at that time. Thank you very much for being on the show today, Paul Kelvin.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. And as we preach this good news about clean cooking and the benefit, let everyone go ahead and talk about it, because that is the way we educate the people that are not educated about it, so we can save the planet and save our world.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode once again. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you have any question, feel free to reach out to us at curiouskpodcast@gmail.com. And if you know someone that will be interested, in this episode, I mean, share with your friends, and I'm sure they will thank you for that. So thank you once again, and see you next time. Bye bye.